Hello everyone, this video is for those that want to know how to put together and install the Zap-O-Matic kit for the AAP01. This video is going to be split into two parts. The first part is going to be for those that purchase the files for the kit off of my Cults3D page and want to know where all the pieces go. And then the second part is going to be for those that actually purchased the kit. It's going to come in a box like this. It's going to be pretty much pre-assembled. All you'll have to do is just put it on the gun itself. So to start, you want to make sure that you don't have any Picatinny rails on the gun itself. And you also want to make sure that the charging handle is the stock charging handle. Otherwise, you won't be able to put on the kit. And as far as tools, all you'll need is a 1.5mm Allen key to take off the front sight. Everything else is going to be provided for you. So if you downloaded the files, then keep watching. But if you purchased the kit, then skip to this time right here. Alright, so for this part, it should be fairly simple. You won't need your gun, so you could put that aside. And there should be about 7 parts. And of those 7, for this part specifically, you won't need the shroud. You could put that aside. You won't need the charging handle. You could put that aside. And then everything else should stay. So you should have the knob, the inner knob, the main body, the front sight, and I think the rear sight is what it's called. So to start, what I recommend too for these parts, maybe use some glue if you want them to stay on well enough, if you want them to be secured. But to start, you could really just get any piece, but we'll start with the knob. So the inner knob is this small piece, and then the knob itself is this larger piece. And you want to get the main body piece, and if you see, there's a hole right there. What you want to do is get the inner knob, so the smaller piece, and then put it through the hole and do it in a way so that way it fits flush, kind of like this, so that way you can't pull it on the other side. And then get this finger and sort of press against it, and then you want to get the main knob piece and put it in, seat the inner knob into the hole of the main knob. Just press it and it should be good. A little bit of spin is good, just so that way you could sort of play with it. And then once that's on, you want to get the front sight piece and then put it into this square hole right here. And then it's on like this. And then you want to get the rear bar and you want to put it into this hole, or these holes right here. Just press down on one side and then the other slowly. No need to put that much force into it. Then it should be good. So like I said, if you want, you could put some glue on these pieces, maybe even a bit, just a little bit on the knob. But you know, put some glue on the front sight and on the rear bar, and then you're good. Now we move on to the next part. Okay, so now we're installing the kit onto the gun itself. So get your box, open it up, and then in here you have a baggie with some other parts that we'll be using towards the end. You could put that aside for now. Here's the shroud piece, your charging handle, and then the main shell or body piece. And then you will also find some instructions to help with the process with pictures, as you can see. So you can put that aside for now. And now at this moment we'll be trying to install the body. So to start, I have the magazine in the gun. I'll just take it out. To start, you want to take off this front sight. And earlier I mentioned that you needed a 1.5mm hex key, so you want to get that and take off this screw right here. It's threaded on normally, so all you have to do is just loosen it, because if we don't take off this front sight, we won't be able to install the body piece. So you just unscrew it as so, and then you could put that off to the side for now, because we will install this later if we want to. Just put that off to the side right now. Then you want to take off the orange cap. I know that some guns come with it glued on, so it might take a little bit more effort, but all of them should be 14mm negative or counterclockwise. So in this case it would be lefty tighty, righty loosey. So we're gonna go right to take it off. As you can see, I'm going right and it's loosening. And again, just put it off to the side once it's on. Then you just get your main body piece or shell piece and you slide it on. Might take a bit of effort, but it's possible. Just slide it on nicely. Make sure nothing's blocking it. Like so, all the way to the back. It should be on. And then for this part, we're going to be installing the shroud, and this part's a bit tricky just because in order to keep the shroud in place, we're going to have to also install the cap afterwards. So what I like to do is, if you see it's hollow inside, just let the cap fall in, and then with this finger I'm going to be turning it to try to thread it on, but also seating it in place. So try to make sure it's lined up, the threads are lined up to the hole, just to make it easier. And then you just turn. It might take a few tries, but it'll go on eventually. Then you just tighten it again with this finger inside, keeping it seated. You just tighten it, and eventually it'll tighten all the way. And then see, right now there's still play because it's not tightened, but once you fully tightened it, there should be no play. So almost no play, it's on. And then for this last part, lock the charging handle back, and then get your charging handle, and you want to slide it over the normal one, and it should sit fairly easily. But you also want to make sure you line it up to the hole right here, because that's where your other screw is going to go to secure the charging handle. So we could get that right now. Get the baggie. The screw is going to come inside the baggie, as well as the hex key to tighten the screw. So you want to get that out. Put the bag off to the side. the screw in and then get your hex key and then tighten. And that's good. And there you go. And then this choice is up to you, whether you want the blue cap or the green cap. I'm gonna go with blue cap for the sake of the video. You just snap it onto this empty space here. And there you go. There's your Zap-O-Matic kit for the AAP01. And then now we can put it in the magazine. There you go. I forgot to mention that you could still attach the front sight if you want to. So I'll be doing that right now. This has a little indent here and it goes into this hole here. So this rear hole is for the screw, and this front hole, the bigger one, is gonna be for this little indent here that you see. So you put that in, get your screw, put it in its place, then you get your hex key, and then you tighten. And then there you go.